It's Rosemary here from Rosemary Sweet Stamping, and today, upon request, I am going to teach you how to make some shaker cards. And these are the beauties that we are going to be making today. So you can see it has some little beads in there and some sequins in this one. So we're going to do this card first to show you how all the elements in this card could be used for this card also, and then just how simple making a shaker card is. So today we're going to be using the Sea of Textures kit or set, and also the Under the Sea Framelit die. So you can get this as a bundle and save 10%. It's in our new catalog, so if you need a new catalog, just let me know and I'll send one right out to you. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with this middle card right here. You can get this kit to make all 3 cards. So you would receive the card kit from me that looks just like this. This is what we're going to use. So it's going to have all of the paper set and ready to go for you, just like this, to make these cards. So this one is this one. So you would get this kit absolutely free for placing a $40 order before shipping and handling. It doesn't have to be this set. If you already have this set, it can actually be any $40 purchase as long as you use a host code that I'm going to give you. Okay, so this is our card kit, and this is exactly how everything is going to come for you. Okay, so let's get started with our first card, which is going to be this beauty right here. So let's get started, and we're going to do our stamping first. So we're going to use this big piece of Whisper White, and we're going to use STAMPARATUS. So if you haven't seen this, this is an amazing tool. You're absolutely going to love it. If you're somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to stamp it because I'm going to not necessarily mess up, but if you want to make sure that you get a nice clean stamp image. So it actually comes with this little shim that we're not going to need because this is actually the red rubber. So we're just going to stick it in there. So you're just going to put your magnet down. We're going to place our stamp where we want it, and we're just going to pick it up. Okay, and there I have it. I picked it up, and for this card, we're going to use our Night of Navy. And you just ink it up. So I'm not going to ink it up all the way so that you guys can see how cool this is. So there's that. And then I'm going to stamp it down. And then, oh my gosh, look at that. It's not nice and bold and crisp like I want my image to be. So I am going to go back over. It does it in the exact same place because we didn't move anything. And there it is. Nice and beautiful and clean and clear image. Then I'm going to take my Simply Chamois and I'm just going to clean it off. And that's it. And now my stamp is ready to go for my next card. So we're just going to put this to the side now because we don't need that right now. And let's see. We're also going to punch out this stamp right here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use this stamp right here. Our coral, there we go. Coral, duh, I knew that. I haven't had my coffee yet. Alright, so for our coral, we're going to use the Mint Macaron, which is a returning color, so some of you guys might already have that. And then our soft sea foam. These are beautiful greens. I love greens with seascapes. So I'm going to do the Mint Macaron. And we just need 2. We need 1 of each. And so for this one, and then I'm just gonna, look at that. Look at how fast that is to clean my stamp. And it's clean. And I'm gonna go on to And these are our new ink pads. If you hadn't seen them before, they open like a compact, like a makeup compact. So up and down. And this is our soft sea foam, and we're going to put that there. And I clean my stamp and I can put it back. Super fast. Love it, love it, love it. So it's super easy to line this up. So let me bring my big shot over. I wanted to show this to you as opposed to cutting everything out ahead of time, because you would have to cut everything out for yourself. So I'm just showing you the pieces that you're going to get, and then you would have to cut, you would have to go ahead and cut them out and do everything that I'm doing. So I did do some of the embossing for you, but you would have the stamps and the dies, so you would be able to do that part. So we're going to put that there, and we're just going to line this here. And I do have the magnetic platform on this so that it's easier to just have it stay in place. All right, there we go. So I just put the other one back through, and we're just going to punch those out just like that. There we go. I'm going to move this out of the way because we're going to punch some more stuff out. So now we have our octopus and our coral, and that's how much we used, and this is how much you get, so you'll be able to use some more later. All right, let's get our cardstock back. So one of the pieces of the crumb cake cardstock is going to be our card base. So we're just going to go ahead and fold this in half. This is in an awkward position today, but I'm sure it'll be fine. There are pieces. All right. So this is going to be our card base, and you are going to get another piece of the crumb cake. And with this one, I ran this through it's a Textured Impressions embossing folder, and it's the ruffled one. So this is the one that I used, but you're going to get it just like this, so that you can add it onto your cardstock, onto your base. And then I also ran this piece. This is a piece of Tranquil Tide, and I ran that through the embossing folder. And then this is our piece of our designer series paper for this week. So this is going to come together fairly quickly here, really soon. We actually have one more piece, this net. So we're going to cut the net out. And it's right here in our dies. It's the largest one. And I'm just going to put that on here, and I'm going to run it through. I'm not going to bring back the big shot for you because you know how it works. So let me just run that through. And because it's so detailed, I want to run it through a couple of times just so that I don't have to sit there and fussy with it too much. So this is how you get it, and what I like to do is I just like to run it back and forth like this, so that you get all those little pieces out, and it's pretty fast. So if you run it a couple of times, then you should be okay. Where's my brush? So you don't have to have a brush, just run it a couple times, but I'm there. Yay! And then you have confetti. There's some of the pieces that I don't want to just ripple out. It's actually not that time consuming because not everything sticks. Alright, so this is the last piece that we needed for it. And for this card, there isn't a sentiment on the outside, so that you can put a sentiment on the inside. So you can pretty much use it for whatever occasion you want. A nice hello, a happy birthday if you're going to like a beach themed party, any type of anniversary celebration. Sometimes they're themed towards the beach. That'd be really cute. So let me move all my mess out of the way. So that's it. Those are all of our pieces, and now we're just going to put this card together. Now, I actually punch this out. So you're going to get this also. I punched this out using our Starburst punch, which is this one right here. And we are going to, I'm going to daub it. I'm going to use a dauber. I'm going to daub it with a dauber. If I can open my dauber, please. And I think I used Tranquil Tide for this. Yeah. So the last thing I'm going to do is, or no, I think I used Macaron. So I'm going to use the dauber and I'm going to go around. And you want to start on your grid paper. So you're going to take some and then you're going to do little circles in towards your whatever it is that you're doing. So in this case, it's our little Starburst punch. So that if you go in circles, then it's not as strong. You can control it a little bit better. And then so that you have just around the edges. That looks good. Nice and easy. It adds a little bit more texture to it, so that's perfect. And then we're ready. So ready. So we're going to add here our base. To our card. There we go. So you can already start to see that second layer. Even though it's the same color, it still looks beautiful. And then we are going to add our Tranquil textures. Kind of towards the center. You want to go towards the center. And then we're going to add our piece of our designer series paper. And we're going to add it right there. And then here, this is where we want to start adding our layers to our card. So I'm going to tuck this in over here in the back. So all I need is a little bit of our adhesive on the back of this. So we'll go ahead and add that one right there so that it gives it that dimension. You don't have to do that if you don't like it, but I think it looks pretty cool. So I just bent these up a little bit. Not too much, nothing too dramatic. And then you're going to add the second one right there, just like that. Beautiful. So we're going to add our net, and so the way that I kind of guide myself on this one is just looking at the shorter ends on this side, and it opens up this way. Now to glue this down or to adhere this to your project, you want to just put some adhesive kind of in the middle like that. That's fine. Then we're going to add our Starburst punch. And just like that. And then we're going to pop up our octopus here. So let me grab some dimensionals. And we're just going to flip them over. And you know what? We're going to take that piece out. There's a couple pieces that stayed. There we go. There he is. There he is. Add a couple more. I think that's good. Oh, let's do one more right here. Perfect. All right. So all of the elements that we use to make this card, I'm going to show you how we can use them to also create a awesome shaker card. So look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I think it's super cute. So on this one, I actually use the dauber around it with the Macaron, and this one I use the Tranquil Tide. So I wanted to do that just so you guys can see the difference. That looks like a nice pop of color. I like it. It's cute. All right, so we're going to move this to the side. There. All right. So we are going to do this shaker card. So these are the pieces that you're going to get. Now, I like a lot like brighter colors, and the sequence that I saw in the suite, it wasn't bright enough for me. I like that bold, the boldness of it. So what I did is I made this, I found these cute little beads. And so in your kit, I also put these beads in there for you so that you're going to get, this is what you're going to get for this card. Okay, so you don't have to worry about going out and looking for these. They're there already. If you like that more subtle look, then the ones that are in the catalog are perfect. But I wanted that extra pop of color. So we are going to use, our base is going to be mint macaroon. So we're going to do our stamping. And for this card, we're going to use the Have a Wonderful Adventure, this one right here. And let's see if it's on that one. And we did this in Fresh Fig. So this is one of our in colors from last year. So it'll be good up until the end of this catalog. So we have Fresh Fig, and I'm just gonna try to stamp it in the middle. Right there. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just gonna tap off. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm also going to stamp using our mint macaroon. And what's really cool about these new ink pads is that you can see the color right there. So that if you have a couple of them sitting out on in your craft area and you are getting ready to stamp, then you can see which one it is. So I'm gonna start off with the darker green, which is a mint macaroon. And I'm just going to stamp over on the side like that. I'm going to leave a space in between so that I can add my other color. So I'm going to do just like that. I'm just going to close it, and then I'm going to use our soft sea foam. Move it up a little bit. And that way you can see it adds that beautiful contrast. So I love it. It's beautiful. Those greens are so pretty. And we can close this up. All right, so now we have our background image is already nice and inked up. So the key of making a shaker card is, this is the magic. This is where the magic happens. So you need these foam adhesive strips. These are amazing. If you want to make a shaker card, this is the easiest way to make your shaker cards. So we are going to add here our sentiment. All right, so we're going to adhere our sentiment onto our card just like that. Now the key here is going to be to make sure that you get around the edge of this shape. So whenever you're cutting out your own, you want to make sure that the one that you cut out on the inside, because I actually used 2 shapes to cut this out. So I used the stitched shaped framelits. Uh-oh. So I used the stitched shaped framelits for this. I'm going to show you so that if you have this, I actually used the largest 2 in the set, and I placed them together like this to cut out this frame. So it gives me this frame. So this inside is just that die, okay? So that you have that die, and then it's your guide when you're adding your foam strips to it. So we are going to take and I'm gonna have to stand up for this. You're gonna put it right up against the edge, just like that. Okay. I'm gonna grab my scissors. I didn't grab them earlier. Okay. And then if you have pieces like this and you don't want to cut a new strip all the way, that's fine, just use it. The only thing you need to ensure is that you don't have a gap in any of your corners. So you want to make sure that it's completely sealed off. So I'm going to grab another strip, and they're already pre-cut into these awesome strips, and you just cut them down to size. So I'm going to do the same thing right here, just like that. I'm going to snip it, and it goes flying, and it's fine. And there we go. So I am going to put all of the dimensions for this card and all of these cards on my blog a little bit later today, so you can look out for them. All right, there we go. So as long as it's completely sealed all the way around, then nothing's gonna fly out and nothing sticks to the inside because it's not sticky. It's only sticky on the top and the bottom. So you just take all your paper off, just like this. Ah, it's so easy to make shaker cards. I had actually tried to make shaker cards before without using these foam adhesive strips, and it took forever. It just took me such a long time, and I was not happy because then eventually stuff was flying out, and it didn't look right. So, all right, we're gonna add our awesome clear acetate. So again, all of this stuff is in your kit. And we're just gonna add the acetate to, let me just clean that off a little bit, some of the static off. Our acetate is gonna go over as our window. Now, you're gonna have this little bag of your beads, your little sequins, and you're just gonna dump it in to your little area. So if you get anything on, you kind of want to put it towards the center. So if you want some of it to stay suspended, you can add glue to different parts of your background and then it'll just stay there. I don't want to do that, but it is a possibility. And then we're just going to flatten it out so nothing is overlapping. Okay, because we want our window to cover that nicely. So we're just going to grab our window and we're going to put it over. That's nice. I like that. So our acetate is now on, and now we just need to add our little frame. Isn't that so cute? All right. And I'm just using for this is amazing glue. It's our Tombow glue. It's super strong and you will love it. And then we're just gonna add this to our acetate, just like that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Don't you just love it? It's coming together so nicely. We're gonna use our sand dollars. So there are 2 sizes, and we are gonna use both. And so we're gonna come back to the piece of paper that I put in your kit. So this is a piece of fresh fig, and then we're gonna come back to use the same piece of crumb cake. And so I'm just gonna run this through our machine very quickly. There's one, and there's the center, and here's the other one. And here is our center. Just gonna pop that out. There we go. Super simple. Super cute. All right, look at that. Shake, shake, shake. So we're just gonna add our sand dollar. As a kid, I always wanted to find a sand dollar on the beach. And it didn't happen. Didn't happen for me. So maybe it'll happen. It happened for my daughter though. She's able to find some. They're pretty cool. All right, so we're just gonna add our glue. Just like that. And then we're gonna add the centers over here to the top. So you don't need too much glue for this. But this is my go-to glue. There it is. How cute is that? Have a wonderful adventure. And then shake, shake, shake it. Shake it up. Shake it up. Isn't that so cute? Nice and simple. There's our second card, and we have one more card to go. We are going to make this beauty. So our card base here is Fresh Fig. We have our Mint Macaron Octopus. This is the beautiful designer series paper. In it's our Tranquil Textures designer series paper. And then we just have some embellishments in our net. I love the net. I think it looks so cute. All right. So this is how you're going to receive the pieces for this card. Except for one thing. Add that piece. And your cute beads. And it just adds that super cuteness that we all like on our cards. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to fold our card base just like that. And we are going to need to stamp. So we're going to stamp our oval shape. So for this, we are using the Thanks for Reaching Out sentiment. So we're going to put it on there, and we're using our Tranquil Tide. So we're going to ink it up. I always look at my stamps. I'm actually going to put this up a little bit higher than I did on that one just because of the beads. You want to make sure that you're able to see it completely. And clean it off with my chamois. And that's how fast I cleaned it. You are going to love that chamois. I'm telling you. Like no other. So for the background, I use the soft sea foam. Whoops. So I'm going to use the net. So you have a net stamp. We're going to ink it up, and I'm just going to go directly over. And you know what? I'll do the bottom too. Whoop. There we go. Chamois it. Done. It's official. Chamois it. That's how we're going to clean our stamps. We're going to chamois it. So right here on the bottom, we're going to go back to, so I wasn't too worried about that. We're going to go back to our Mint Macaron, and we're going to add some of our beautiful seaweed. See, I got that one. All right. Just like that. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty. It's so cute. I love it. All right. there it is. So that's that. And then we need we're gonna come back to our Stamparatus because I want that nice, clean, beautiful image. So I went ahead and I punched out with our framelits again, our octopus. And our card is ready to be put together, except for we still need our net. So we'll go ahead and get our net out and ready to go. Die cut that again, and let's see. We're also going to need to cut out, so we have our net, and we're going to use this piece of coral also, and we are going to cut out our little sea star. So we'll cut out our sea star from the fresh fig. We'll cut out our net and we'll cut out our coral. So this is, as you can see, there will be plenty of paper for you guys so that you have, you know, you can play with it. If something happens, if you mess up, then you're gonna have plenty to play with. So we're gonna cut that out, and then we're gonna cut out our little sea star. So you'll have enough also, as you can see, of the little sea stars, so that if you mess up, you can do it again, or you can use it again on another project, right? Who doesn't like having extra cardstock on hand? So I'm not gonna mess with that right now. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're just gonna do our little rippling here so that we get all of our pieces out. Nice and easy and quick. And then all of our pieces are ready to go. So this card kit is going to be available for you guys for this week. So if you, like I said before, if you like these cards and you would like to create them at home, all you have to do to get the free kit is going to be to make a $40 order, and you have to use the host code that I'm going to give you. If you don't use the host code, I'm not going to know that you want the kit. So please make sure that you do that, because that's telling me, yes, Rosemary, I want the kit. Here's my purchase. And that's the kit that I want, because I have ongoing kits. So that way I know exactly what kit you are looking for, and I can get that for you in the mail. And that way you'll have all of your goodies. You'll get your goodies in the mail, and then you'll also get my kit, so that by the time you get them, you have everything that you're gonna need. So we need one more thing. And we actually haven't used this die yet. So we're going to use this die right here. But we also we didn't use the fish. So I'm going to have to use the fish on another card. So also make sure that you check out my blog and my Facebook page. But this is a piece of the mint macaron. And I'm just going to run that through the Big Shot. It's so pretty. I love this color. It's such a pretty color. Now we have everything. So let's put it together. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to add our thanks for reaching out. So that just for placement. We're going for placement right now. So I'm going to want our octopus is going to go here. And again, the shortest side, that's how you want to guide yourself. So I'm going to put it angled towards this corner here. So I'm going to know that everything should fit nicely, just like that. Okay, so let's add our net. And again, we're just going to add adhesive. And it's going to go at an angle. So we're going to line it up just like that. And then we're going to add our octopus. So I'm not popping him up. Whoa, he's getting wild. All right, so we're gonna add him, and there's some adhesive underneath also so that he'll stick nicely to it. I'll just cover it up, just like that. And now we're gonna add our sentiment, and this is the part that's gonna be our shaker. So we're gonna add some adhesive to the back. Oops. And you want to add plenty of adhesive to this so that you don't worry about it coming off or anything. So let's move it up a little bit more. About there's fine. And I see a piece that I don't like. I don't want that piece in there. So let me take that out. There we go. That looks good. I like it. I like it. And we're going to add our foam strips. So I'm just going to take one of our foam strips and I'm going to do the same thing. So you want to go all the way around the shape where you used of the one that you used to create your frame. So this is just, again, 2 of the ovals and we're just putting it there. Let me stand up to do this. All right. And I'm going to be short a tiny bit. And that's okay because I have a piece right here. Haha. So again, make sure that you push it up against whatever's there so that there isn't any gaps. Alright, and then we're going to cut that piece off. And we're going to add our super cute, where are my scissors? They're there. Our super cute beads. Alright, and I'm going to cut it right there and make sure that it goes in all the way in, just like that. And I'm going to save that little piece because you never know when you need a little piece. Nice. And now the magic happens. Alright, so we're going to take all of this off. Whew. There we go. And we want our cute beads. We're going to add our beads to the inside. So some of these beads are a little bit bigger. Like these beads right here. They're a little bit bigger. And so I'm going to take them out because I want to see how it looks. You don't have to take them out. I'll show you what it looks like with them in, but these brown ones, there. There, very cute. So here's our acetate again. You want to make sure that it's nice and clean. And we're just going to go directly over. And you can use the stitching on it as your guide. And there you go. And then we're going to add our Tombow glue to our frame and our embellishments. And we're done with our class. Almost, almost. All right. There we go. There's that. And then move our baggie. And now we're just gonna dull it up a bit. So we're gonna add all of these little elements that we have right here. And all right, we're gonna use this seaweed and I'm just gonna add glue. Now for this one, I'm going to use our fine tip glue pen just because there's a lot of detail in here and I can't get into it with my Tombow glue. It's just easier to use this glue. So you're gonna see it's super fine and it allows me to get into all of these spaces in between. And I just put it on the bottom because we're going to adhere it right here to the bottom. And just like that. And then we're going to do the same thing to this one, to our little coral piece. All right. And then since we used our sand dollar, we're just going to use the star in the center for this, and I am going to use my Tombow because I love it. And we're going to add it right there on top. I'm going to close this up. And there we go. Look at how fun that is. It's such a fun card. It's so pretty. Oh, and for the background on this, I used the polka dot embossing folder. And this is a regular one. It's not the dynamic texture super thick one. So that is our third card. And let's go over all of the stuff, the beautiful cards that we made today. So there was the one that we just finished, and today was Shaker card day. So there it is. And then this one has the little brown beads, the larger ones, so you can tell the difference. You can see them right there. And this one doesn't have it. I think I like it better without them. So shake, shake, shake. That's so fun. Look at that. You can just shake all day. And then here's the second card that we made, which is also a shaker card. These are so much fun to make and to give. Can you imagine? And then this was just the first card that we made, showing the textured impressions designer series paper and our awesome Sea of Textures stamp set and our framelit. So if you would like to purchase any of these items, remember that the framelits and the stamp set are a bundle. So anytime that you order a bundle, you get 10% off of the set. Remember that if you want to make shaker cards, this is an absolute must. You must have the foam adhesive strips. That is going to just make everything so much easier for you and so much faster. So in order to get this card kit, you would need to make a $40 purchase before shipping and handling. Make sure that you use our host code so that I know that this is the card kit that you would like. And make sure to check out my blog later today. I'll have a list of all the supplies and all the dimensions for you so that you can recreate these cards at home if you would like to do that. Okay, so my blog is rosemarysweetstamping.blogspot.com. I hope that you enjoyed our class for today and you learned how to make shaker cards, so who doesn't love that? Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Now, I do have a giveaway for today. So I'm going to have this giveaway on my Facebook page today so that you can stop by and comment. The more you comment on this post, the more chances you have of winning, and I will post the winner for this awesome stamp set tomorrow. So I will see you back here next Sunday for our Sunday stamping. Have a wonderful day.